When you look into the mirror, you hate how you look and also how you look in pictures. You don't recognize who that person is, and you're at your heaviest weight you've ever been. You tried every single workout and dieting out there, but nothing seems to be working for you. And your energy is just very low. And the reason is that just most ambitious professional people just like yourself are making these three key mistakes that are stopping you from losing weight. And until you stop doing these dumb mistakes, you're never going to lose any weight. So in this video, I'll break down what the three key mistakes are that is stopping you and what you should do instead so you can finally lose the weight and keep it off and get a lean, toned, muscular body, and also love what you see in the mirror and pictures, and just being able to be more confident, talk with clients and doing presentations at work. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also turn on the bell to get notified whenever I'm making a new video about weight loss advice. I use these tips to lose 60 pounds in 8 months and also kept it off for 12 years, and I also helped several other women and men lose the weight and keep it off, and I'm so excited to help you. If you're an ambitious professional working a full-time job and you really want to wear that nice dress that makes you stand out when you are at social events at work and also doing presentations for your clients and just going around on the business trips, but also just going out on social events with your family and friends, this is definitely for you. And the first mistake you're making is that you have no fucking clue about the calories that you need to consume on a daily basis to lose weight, because at the end of the day, when you are not losing any weight, it's because you have not eating the calories that you need to lose the weight. Let's imagine that you have figured out the macro calculator where you have figured out how many calories you are needing to eat to be in a maintenance calories. That is just you maintaining your weight. But if you're someone who are just eating healthy, but you're not taking into account how many calories you are eating on a daily basis to be in a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit is just you eating less calories than your body needs to maintain its weight. So that automatically just promote weight loss. And if you are not focusing on how many calories you need to eat, you are not giving the right amount of circumstances for you to trigger that weight loss. So it doesn't matter how healthy you eat, it doesn't fucking matter how much you work out or dieting if you're not figuring out the right number. So I always recommend 200 or 500 calories to be in a deficit, because at the end of the day, if you're eating shit every single day, you're just erasing the calorie deficit because you're not even aware of what you're needing to eat. So that's basically just what you should be very focusing on, because at the end of the day, you are not in this to just being healthy, but also actually seeing weight loss. So if you are increasing your stamina and you are getting a lot of energy, but you're not seeing the weight loss, why the fuck does it matter that you're even trying to dieting? So that's definitely the first thing I want you guys to stop fucking doing. And the second mistake is that you are just eating a lot more calories than you are without even realizing it. What I mean by that is, if you are not eating the amount of calories that you need to be in a calorie deficit and you are sticking to that for a long period of time, you have to also be very patient with that. So a lot of people, they are drinking a lot of, for example, it could be alcohol, it could be juice and water with a lot of flavors, sugar and everything. But these are also calories that are adding up. A lot of people are thinking that if you're trying to lose weight, it's just what you're eating, but not what you are drinking. So if you're someone who is having a 2000 calorie maintenance, and then you need to get down to 1800 calories or 1500 calories to be in a deficit, and you're just drinking alcohol, 2-3 glasses of wine every single day, and you are drinking a lot of canned soda or just sugary soda, that's just a lot of calories that are empty, and you are drinking that without you feeling full. So you're just eating, you're consuming 3,000, 4,000 calories, and that's just not going to set you back. It's not going to help you. It's going to set you back a lot, because to be totally honest, if you are trying to lose weight, you need to focusing on being in a calorie deficit with your diet. That's like Monday to Sunday. That is like 3,500 calories created to lose like a pound of weight. But if you are eating like 3,500 calories, that could be like you what you're eating, but also what you're drinking, you are piling on a pound of weight. That's why you're seeing a lot of people, they're just gaining weight despite working out a lot. And that's just so fucking dumb. I'm just, sometimes I think, how can some people just like yourself be in a state where you are working so hard, you are setting time out to work out and do all these things to get in shape, but the most important thing with your diet is what you're ignoring, and that's just come from a mentality of not being in enough pain to trying to lose weight. But since you're listening to me right now in this video, it's definitely because you have diabetes, high blood pressure, you've been trying every single fucking diet out there and you're so fucking stuck at this. So if I want to make couple of things that you're also doing wrong, is that you're also going overboard with your cheat meals and cheat days, because you're just probably thinking that it's like a free pass to eat whatever the fuck that you want when you're trying to lose weight, and that's going to cut it at all. It's be very strict in regards to what you're eating. So of course, when you're making these diet plans, you have to be making that calorie deficit, because that's just promoting the weight loss, but you also have to making a diet base of macros where you have 45% protein, 40% of carbs, and also the rest is just fat. The reason is that high protein diet is helping you lose weight faster. It reduces the hunger levels, not feeling so many cravings, and you're also through the high carb diet also getting a lot of more energy. So that is just basically how you are going to be more, it's a more sustainable diet, and also having slow digestible carbs and 20-40 grams of fibers, because that is going to help you release the energy levels throughout the day, so you don't feel like your energy level throughout the day is just plummeting, and you can have a more stable blood sugar but also have more stable energy levels throughout the day, so you can actually be at your work and perform probably and doing all these presentations. So that's the second biggest fat loss mistakes you're making. And I also love to know, what is your biggest takeaway so far? Just comment below and let me know. And the third biggest fat loss mistake you're making is that your calories are just setting too low. And when that is happening, that is definitely because you have not figured out like how many calories you need to eat to be in a calorie surplus in the right sustainable way. You're just thinking that 500 or 1200 calorie deficit. No, I mean, if you are eating like 500 calories or 1200 calories and your calorie deficit of 500 should be like 1500 or 1600, and you dropping that way too low, the problem with that is you have no fucking energy left. And if you have no energy left, you're not going to perform at work, and you don't have any energy throughout the day to do the daily task, or after work you're just so fatigued that you don't want to go out and do anything. So that's just holding you back a lot, and your cravings will also shoot through the roof if your calories are so low, and it's not sustainable in the long run. Because if you want to sustain this diet, you also need to make it like a lifestyle change, and it's very hard to make a lifestyle change if you have no calories to eat off to give you that energy throughout the day. Because it's more easy to sustain to a lifestyle change if you are eating foods that you love. That's why I always recommend that you're focusing on making a meal plans, 2 meal plans. You use the MyFitnessPal premium subscription, where there's a recipe discovery where you are able to drag and drop different kinds of recipes there's in to the meal plan, and also you have calculated the calories and macros you need to make sure that you are able to eat these calories. And if you are someone who need a bit of change, sometimes you can just swap out these meals after 1 to 2 weeks, but of course you need to eat some of the same things, because it's just easier for someone like new to stick to the same plan. Because if you're someone who's very busy working like 40 hours a week, I always focusing on meal prepping. So like Sunday, I'm meal prepping like 1 kilo of chicken, and I always have a lot of salmon and tuna in my fridge, and I have the pasta, whole wheat bread, and vegetables prepared. I'm not cooking it, but it takes like 5 minutes to cook it, so it's very fresh when you are trying to make the meals. But I hope this was helpful. I know that you are someone who at your heaviest weight, you've been struggling with yo-yo dieting and binge eating, and you really want to lose the weight so you can get a lean, tone, muscular body, and feel very proud and how you look in the mirror and pictures, and be able to show up at work with a lot of confidence, talking with the clients and doing the presentations. And if that's you, I would love to invite you to on a free strategy call with me, where I'm just giving you a lot of advice of what you should do, and also understanding what you're struggling with, so we can create a strategy for you to actually lose the weight and keep it off. The link is in the description and also in the comment section. I look forward to talk with you. Bye.